Well, there you go, painting a lovely picture of tourism in Alexandra there. Isn't that a stunning little insert put together by the tourism department? Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to be talking in a short while about tourism and township tourism in specific and some of the tours that you'll be able to take here if you do want to visit Alexandra. So that'll be happening in a short while. But I spoke about this in the closing on SABC 2 just before the broadcast got to the 8:30 headlines. And we spoke about the Johannesburg, something called Jozi Work program. It was introduced in 2014 and it was designed really to create an opportunity for communities to partner with the city in the delivery of municipal services in their own neighborhoods, boost service delivery and promote entrepreneurship amongst the youth and the residents living here. And of course that socio-economic transformation that everybody just wants to happen. So to talk more about this, we're joined by Bongani Mabuse, who's the Priority Programs Manager for the City of Johannesburg, and also Jack Kossoff, who is the Priority Projects Advisor at the Office of the Executive Mayor. Good to have both of you. Welcome to Morning Live.
Great
Good
to be
morning.
here.
Good to be here. Thanks, Leon.
It's an absolute pleasure. So let's start off by talking about Jozi at Work. It was launched. A total of 40,000 new jobs were expected to be generated by the city, spent across 9 sectors by the close of the current mayoral term in 2016. I was just reading, those were the intentions. How's it looking now?
We're looking good. I must then say to you that ever since we started now, we are at the time where we're ramping it up. In terms of the what we call work packages that are going out there, where the public is now partaking seriously on delivering services for the city of Johannesburg. Now, in Alex in particular, where we are, we have I think around 3 sectors that are covered here. It's waste management. We've got construction and maintenance. We've got greening services that are going on here. If you drive into Alex, the streets are now, I'm not saying they were never clean, but they're much more cleaner. More maintenance is done there, so it is getting to a level that the city wanted to see happening. We just now need to make sure that we maintain that, and we bring in more of those work packages to the public. Because also one of the things that needed to happen was to try and get the public to understand how the program works, to get the public to partake more and understand that this is how we how we get people on board. We do that through our regional forums, which is a briefing sessions. This is where everybody comes who has an entity, because the city can only do business with you when you're an entity, not as an individual. Okay. So that's what has been happening so far.
Yeah. In terms of obviously we know the mayor's term coming to an end. We know that he is the mayoral candidate once again to run here. But is it expected to continue past his term, or will there be a new program introduced?
It's an institutional program of the city of Joburg at the moment.
Okay.
So we're sitting on about 10,000 jobs created or opportunities created, with over 1,000 cooperatives that have partnered with the city citywide. So here in Alex there are several dozen, but if you look at areas like Diepsloot all the way down to Orange Farm, Ivory Park, even the more sort of established suburbs, there is work that is going on under Jozi at Work. We expect this mode of delivery will continue because it solves 2 big problems at once. It creates economic opportunity for residents that are not currently partaking in the economy to the level that they should be, and it also helps to deliver city services more responsibly and more locally, because you have these small local companies, most of them, probably almost all of them, with no commercial history, that are now part of the city's value chain, which is for us a very big achievement.
I know that the initiative has created new neighborhood cooperatives and micro enterprises. So what is their role in this whole project?
All right, so what we have is that you have, let's take for instance the waste management type of sector. So you'd have a cooperative that would come in, and their role is to educate the public as a start on how to do your separation of waste, and make sure that people understand that illegal dumping is not allowed. But also it is just to keep the place clean. So they will do litter picking, they will do the street cleaning. Just as an example, in terms of waste management, you have those that would maintain our flats of the city, or what we call, we have a company called the Johannesburg Social housing company, Georgecom, they have flats here or apartments which needs to be maintained and so forth. So we have people that stays there, right? Key to this whole thing is that people that are involved are people that stays in the neighborhood.
They have a vested interest to make sure it works.
Exactly. So that's what happens there. So you have we have a cooperative in here in East Bank that works at our flats there. They clean every day like you'd have a maintenance company that would come through. You have people that do grass cutting, which is our greening services type of a sector. Those people would come around, Alex, and cut where the grass is and be directed by the Joburg City Parks company, because they will do the supervising role. Now, it is also important to note that we're doing this, or we deliver this with the CSA, what we call CSA, which is Capability Supporting Agent, which is your main contractor. Their role is to then oversee the delivery of this thing. But what is key also to mention is that in the work packages, what cooperatives are getting is the full 100% value of the work package. Nothing goes to the capability supporting agent. All they do is that they play the project management role, so they get paid their money, not by the cooperative, right? So we take people from the street that have never done work. They are then trained, they are then given the right skill, they are then given the right tools to get onto the job, which is exactly what we're doing.
Well, I mean, because the issue of corruption, does come into it, and that's a one way of trying to alleviate corruption, because that's a big problem within the city of Johannesburg. It's a big problem in every single city. But how do you try and avoid the corruption creeping in?
Well, I think with Jozi Work especially, it's been a great example of how if you put your faith in communities as an ecosystem, you can get a lot done, because the regional forums are a transparent channel for getting into the Jozi Work program. And throughout the city, it's a known factor. The only way into the program, the only door, is the door at the back of the hall where we do the community briefings. There's no back doors, side windows that are managed politically or managed by people that are taking bribes to put people on the program. And in a lot of cases, we've had to dismantle networks of people that expect to be consulted or given the opportunity to sort of select who gets to go on what project. And some of those people, regrettably, will try and charge people for the access. So Jozi Work has undermined that legitimately and has replaced it with a much more transparent system. It seemed at first to the city that it would be more bureaucratic and more process oriented, but it's actually turned out to be quite a smooth running process, and the public have embraced it, which is the important thing.
I just wanted, before we go, we've got about a minute left of this interview. So Jack, I just want you to touch on the Vulindlela Jozi, a 150 million rand youth program.
Sure.
Talk to me about how that's working and some of the successes there.
No, it's an amazing program. It's a partnership between the city and the Harambee Youth Employment Accelerator, which is a social enterprise in its own right. It's a partnership with over 250 companies that is designed to break down barriers for youth entering the job market, entering entrepreneurship, and entering training and vocational skill channels. And the whole idea is to focus on what gets youth into employment, into livelihoods. One of the great things that supports that program is what's called the Massive Open Online Varsity Network. We have a great example right here in Alex at the 8th Avenue Library, where this is a digital blended learning environment with a facilitator. We use it as the skills layer for the Vulindlela Jozi program. So we are training kids using Ivy League, massive open online courses, Khan Academy to upgrade their maths, Microsoft Academy. We put people through an orientation pack that gets them digitized and work ready in all kinds of ways, and then we specialize their training according to which skills channel they're going through. And right now we've helped over 35,000 young people already to become more employable, either directly into jobs, into vocational skills channels, into micro enterprises. And there's too many opportunity types to mention. There's over 40 different classifications of opportunity under the program. And any youth that are interested, please register on www.vulindlela.mobi on your cell phone.
Excellent, guys. I have to leave it there, but thank you so very much for talking to us. Bongani Mabuse is the Priority Programs Manager for the City of Joburg, and Jack Kassoff is a Priority Projects Advisor at the Office of the Executive Mayor. All right, let's take a break very quickly. When we return, township tourism is under the spotlight, and looking forward to that conversation. Stay tuned.
Siyabonga.